You watching Dontaesboxingnation.
У Девина Хейни настоящий пояс, который завоевал я в бою с Кэмпбеллом. И после того, как мне дали франчайза, мой пояс перешел к нему автоматически. Вот какой у него пояс. То есть он, в принципе, пояс получил без боя.
About Lomachenko, in which he said, quote, Devin Haney has a real WBC belt. The one I got beating Campbell.
Absolutely.
They gave me a franchise belt, and the real belt went to Haney automatically.
Absolutely.
Teofimo, he got his belt without fighting anyone. This is what Lomachenko told to Snow Queen LA. She had a great interview with Lomachenko. So what's your take on the revelation by Vasyl Lomachenko telling the whole absolute truth on old media and the franchise designation, admitting and acknowledging Devin Haney title as the real WBC title?
He finally came out. Now he knows he knows all the rules, he knows all the politics, he knows everything that happened with him getting the belt. He knows that he was given the belt, and Devin has the belt. Devin won the position to be interim champion to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, right? And Lomachenko opted to be given a franchise award that he didn't think he was going to lose. He thought that it was something that you could not lose, like Mauricio said initially, right? Then Teofimo Lopez petitioned to the WBC, and they sent it to the Board of Governors that stated that, and they ruled that if he won, he could be the franchise champion.
So Teofimo petitioned. Did he petition through email though?
Absolutely, he petitioned through email. Absolutely, he emailed them, right? Then they submitted it to the Board of Governors, right? And that's what happened.
So he petitioned not to fight Devin Haney. Now, just to make it clear, Vasyl Lomachenko, he pretty much admitted that he was stripped of the real WBC title, and they gave him a franchise title in order to save face.
No, he didn't. No, he vacated. He vacated.
Okay, he vacated. That's fair enough. Well, I guess that kills the whole franchise designation claims of that being a real belt, like Teofimo been trying to convince the world, claiming he's undisputed when there's a huge dispute as we speak. I have a super chat for you real quick. My man said, Trill Bill, my big brother.
TB.
Salute, Aki. Appreciate the love and support. Keep your foot on their neck, Aki. Salute to Bill Haney and Team DHP. Much love from Full Square Promotion.
And if Lomachenko, if he has your belt, why did Devin have to say something then? If you know that he got your belt, why you didn't say nothing all this time? You said something after Devin said, where are you? Devin said, oh, this dude been quiet. Where's he at? He said, I'm here and I'm ready. Devin said, are you ready? Are you ready in April and May? Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. He said, are you ready in April and ready in May? He says, yes. And you look on his tweet, he says, I'm ready. You probably are ready, but you ain't ready to fight Devin because you're not ready for the date because you haven't even talked to your promoter. You said we need to talk to the promoters. It's up to the promoters. It ain't even up to you, so what are you talking for?
And you guys did talk to the promoter. The only
Absolutely.
one that haven't talked to the promoter is Lomachenko.
Absolutely. Legacy, when you left a piece of the WBC back, Lomachenko says that Devin Haney has his belt. So if Devin Haney has his belt, what are the two belts that you had? You had a franchise belt and a counterfeit belt. Because you didn't win another belt. You didn't win Lomachenko's belt. He says Devin has that. So if Lomachenko said all he came on that night was with a franchise belt, why are you capping like you got two belts? And Loma is a pound for pound guy. He's on the list. He's been in the boxing business forever. So if we're going to trust any part about his word, then trust that then, right? But people don't want to listen to that, right? He's saying that Devin Haney has his belt. So what's the other belt that Teofimo got? He's showing 2 belts. How could you win 2 belts on one night? You had the franchise award, and you were given a token of appreciation for everything that you're doing with the WBC, but that's not the WBC world title. And if Mauricio says that that's his guy, that's okay. That's okay. Your guy needs to, like he said before, give him a call and say, I want to fight Devin Haney. And he said he could do that, right? Didn't he say he could do that?
Yeah, he did. He did say
well,
that.
Why? Okay, if he can call him, why he ain't called him all this time?
Apparently he don't want the fight.
If he can call him now, why he didn't call him all this time? When they beat Lomachenko, who was the name that they said?
Devin Haney.
The father and the son, right?
Yes, sir. They said Devin Haney's next.
So they knew as soon as they came out the ring that the people wanted to see them. So why you didn't call Mauricio then? Why'd you call Kambosos?
Is he paying fees for both?
I hope he is. All that lying and capping he doing. You know what I mean? I hope they charging his ass up for that because they're doing a great job at helping him market something that he's not.
Nevertheless, what's your take on Vasyl Lomachenko? He came out and said that Devin Haney has the real belt. The franchise belt is pretty much fake. What's your take on Vasyl Lomachenko telling on old media agenda, spitting the truth when it came to that part out of nowhere?
Well, I heard about that yesterday. That blew me. I couldn't believe that Vasyl Lomachenko himself said that. Because at the end of the day, he's the one who took that belt. So it's kind of confusing me. I'm like, so he was aware of the franchise title, but yet he paraded it around like it was a WBC. But now he's saying like, nah, the belt that I had, that Teofimo now has, it's fake. The one that Devin has, because I chose not to fight him, is the real thing. Kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm like, did he just admit that he avoided Devin Haney? Like he just went out and just said it?
Like, well, indirectly,
that blew me away.
He didn't mean to, but indirectly he did because apparently he forgot that he vacated that belt or got stripped of it for not fighting his mandatory to grab a fake belt, right? Just like Tio did and Canelo did. So I'm like, damn, Loma getting told on everybody. I know Bob is scratching his head over there with the executives on ESPN. They doing all this false promotion. And Lomachenko done told on everybody because now it's on tape. Like, they can't take it back. Lomachenko done said, listen, the real title is the one that Devin Haney has. The one that Tio has is not the real belt because he fought nobody for it. I didn't have the title when I fought him. So he did not fight for it. He petitioned through email to get that title. But again, ironically, the Teofimo called Devin Haney an email champion, but he the one that petitioned through email to get this title, right? Devin Haney, he petitions to fight his opponents. Teofimo petitions not to fight his opponents, which is not a good look. But hey, I'm still waiting on your promise, Joey, which is after the Kambosos fight, we're gonna see what he gonna do.
Well, that's what we're gonna see. Because I'm a man of my word. I proved it to you last time. And
their machine is big enough that they can start this email shit. But they're the biggest email champions that petition to instead of fighting. I think you petition to fight, not petition to not fight, right? So they're saying Devin is petitioning to fight Lomachenko, which makes him an email champion, but they're petitioning not to fight him, both Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. So who's the real email champions? But these people, some people enjoy piss on top of their heads. They're pissing on your head and telling you it's rain. You acting like you enjoying it. You acting like it's really rain because Devin was the same thing that Ryan Garcia is. Why didn't you give Lomachenko a hard time? It was the same exact process. And he, according to him, emailed Top Rank and asked to be a franchise champion and not fight.
How did you choose Lomachenko? Because
I did not choose him. He requested, Canelo requested. So we sent out a vote and we analyzed his history.
Canelo and Lomachenko requested?
Absolutely.
Ooh, you just made headlines.
Lomachenko,
You just made headlines.
Lomachenko, top rank, requested. And let me tell you, we analyzed the request. Top of the top.
Define the franchise belt. Can you define it?
The franchise is not a belt, it's not a championship, it's a designation given to elite, unique fighters who carry the industry of the sport of boxing. Canelo Alvarez and Lomachenko are two sensational fighters who carry the industry.
Ask Cameron Duncan, do Top Rank have like columns of fighters, and they say, we don't want this guy fighting the black fighter, we don't want this fighter fighting the Mexican fighter, and so on and so forth?
You're gonna get into the racial stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever. And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about. And he used to have a thing up on his board, NBF, no black fighters. And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, you know, and again, it's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country. And I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to go into a long discussion because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. He used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say any other, he didn't say anything about Hispanic, anything. Ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said, they're just more physically gifted. And he said, and so they have speed, and better to stay away from them. Nothing personal. So I said, okay. And I've lived by that. And, you know, I don't want to sound like some weird guy, but, you know, you're trying to be safe with your guys. And so, yeah, there is a thing about that, you know, but not in a bad way, in a very respectful way, you know, to be careful. So that's all.
The last man even said they doing that to protect them.
Right.
Somebody beat them, but they don't get a belt.
There you go.
The franchise belt is protect them from the big black guys.
So you would
get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ.
Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. Basically, you will end up with a haircut shape up or an edge up. What they do is they tattoo small dots that look like hair follicles in the areas where you have lost your hair and then blend it with your existing hair. You can even choose what type of hairline you want, hard shape up or soft and natural finish. And to maintain it, all you gotta do is shave your hair every few days, which is something you already were probably doing anyway. Make sure you go ahead and contact my man ScalpCarolinas on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.